Let's go. Hello, welcome back to Confident Conversations, a podcast where you can speak freely, speak your mind without fear of judgment. Today we are going back to the roots where this was started. I met my guest 5 years ago.
Wow.
5 years,
Is
yeah,
it
5 years ago.
crazy?
Melina Munoz.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's alright, I had to have you on. I wanted you on for a while.
Yeah, this has been a long time coming.
I wanted you on for a while. I wanted you on from the start. I just don't think it was the right time.
Mm.
5 years in, we are growing, we're developing.
You've come such a long way. You've
So
grown.
have you.
Yeah. I think I've gone the opposite.
Have you?
Yeah, well, because I don't really do anything creative anymore.
But behind the scenes, you're still doing things.
Bits and bobs, mainly like just helping my friends or like supporting like you. But yeah, I do probably miss it. Like this has been the first time I've been in front of like a camera like properly in like 3 years, 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So but it's nice. It's good to be back.
Yeah. I think with you, like I was telling you earlier, like for you, I met Joanne.
Yeah.
And I got to work with her, which I absolutely loved. But also, I got to see your creative side. When I first messaged you, I've said this so many times, I didn't think I'd get a reply.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
You had like a big following at the time, and I was like, yeah, she's not gonna see this.
No, well, like I think max I've ever had is like the 3K following. So
I was on 127 when I started.
fair enough.
So I
to be
didn't
fair.
think, I didn't think you'd see me.
No, I always see. I'm always nosy. I always look at my requests and stuff. But to be fair, like at that period of time, so my creative background, not that I have much, is just like like I used to do like lives on Instagram, used to do interviews, did radio for a portion of time as well.
You did.
And so once I started to, I think at that period of time, there was like a lot of conversation about Latinos not supporting each other. And so
Yeah.
then I decided, well, I've like created a really cool like network of dope Latinos that are doing some really cool things in so many different avenues. Let's bring them all together and see if this is like a general feeling that everyone feels. And if it is, why and what can we do about it? And I intended it to be like quite a negative conversation,
Right.
and with no experience, no real like for me it wasn't a big following, it was just like a normal following. And then and it ended up being like a massive success. It was like a 2-hour live with like such cool people. That was my first time interviewing Joanna.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Joanne Morales. Everything she had to say was so cool. Lexi. I think we had like a good 11 guests. Like from like shop owners, musicians, interviewers. It was really cool, and it ended up being such a positive experience with everyone that was watching as well, that loads of people's opinions and what they were originally had come on to say changed whilst it was happening, which was really positive moment. Like it did feel like there was so much positivity in that room, and I just felt like I was just like a little catalyst to help it expand, like just help shine the light to bring other people into the limelight and like bring positivity.
I think what helped was it was during COVID. So like a lot of people weren't really doing much.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really like a live person. Like if I'm on the live, I'm like, I'll watch for a little bit and then sort of veer off onto like something else. With COVID times, I would watch your whole live.
Really?
Yeah, I watched the whole live.
That's incredible. Thank you so much.
I remember a couple that you had on as well.
Yeah.
They were one converted into Muslim.
Oh yeah, Islam. Yeah, my friend Shay and her partner at the time. They were really, but that's always been my thing. Similar to you, I just like to have like interesting, in-depth conversations and just let people explore their truths. And maybe we agree, maybe we don't agree, but it's just connecting, and I think that's a really beautiful thing to do. And it brings you, and you never know where it brings you. Like it brought the fact that you like introduced me to you, and we've created such an amazing friendship out of it, and you've been such a beacon of positivity in my life. So yeah, it's genuinely incredible. Like you never know who's watching. I would do these things thinking nothing of it, and it brought me so many cool opportunities or introduced me to cool people. My first ever like thing. I'm very I'm very spontaneous. Like
Okay.
I like to just be like, can I swear? Can I say? Oh
Hmm.
yeah. I just like to be like, fuck it, why not? So that's how I got into the radio. Because
Yeah.
Luch posted on his story that he needed someone to be a blogger for
Hmm.
his team. Because that was one of the requisites for having a show is that you needed to write articles for the website. And had no experience writing. I've like other than like school, I'd always enjoyed writing, but I never had done it like
Yeah.
professionally to be paid for it. And I'm cheeky as hell. And I was just and he was like, "Will you like do it for free?" And I was like, "No, I'm a professional. Like you have to pay me." And we negotiated, and I was the only one on the team with a salary, like with that was paid to be there,
Mm.
which was great for me as someone with no experience. Defo would have done it for free, but I was like, if you don't ask, you don't get in this
Yeah.
life. So yeah, it was even better that I was getting paid to write. And I remember my first article was about what it is like to be a British Latino, and it was just about like the hybrid of as much as I feel like we're very patriotic, the Latinos here, like we feel very connected to our motherland, but then at the same time obviously we are we're a product of our environment, and we're
Yeah.
very very British as well. So it's like we're not here, we're not there, like we don't feel British here, but then also me personally, when I go to Colombia, it becomes evident that I am British. Like I don't have un acento paisa. I haven't lived the same cultural experiences
Yeah.
that my parents have. Even though like still love salsa, I still love Colombian food. Like it still feels very in me.
Hmm.
It's slightly removed because I wasn't raised there. But it was talking about like the beauty of that and the superpower that gives us, because as much as like we live in this metropolitan city and it's such a blessing to be in like a melting pot of cultures,
Hmm.
um we still get like the humility and like the humility of being Latino, and like being like that sense of community that like we have, and that sense of like joy. I feel like Latinos are very joyous people. I think we're a massive sense of community and family values, and just kind of when you're around such. And when I go back to Colombia and I see like the poverty, but then at the same time, and how hard people work, but then at the same time, I see the joy.
Hmm.
Like they know how to live life. Like they work to live. They don't live
Yeah.
to work, which I think we gets a lot, which we get lost really hard in London. Like I feel like sometimes all I do is work and sleep. So then when I get to go back home, it's just like a massive awakening of like gratitude, because it's like, wow, I like life is incredible. And it's the little things that make it incredible. It's having a beer with your family, playing dominoes with your grandparents, going for a walk with your
Hmm.
friends. Like it's just those kind of things that actually is life, is what's the special things about life.
Let me ask you this. In saying that, would you ever go back to live?
In Colombia, I
Hmm.
did last year.
Oh, did you?
I went and lived in Colombia for last year for a year. I went and did volunteering out there in an
Hmm.
orphanage in Santo Domingo. And it was the most incredible experience I'd ever had. Well, other than like living in Dominican
Yeah.
Republic as well, because that was amazing. But it was just very different because it was basically I had gone with the goal to like properly get to know my motherland, to travel around it, to
Hmm.
just solo travel, to properly immerse myself. And my goal was to come back with an acento paisa. I didn't, I failed. But even the proper traveling, my mum se animó and she was like, if you're going for 8 months, I want to come for 8 months. And I was like, oh, okay, let's go. Um, but yeah, I didn't travel around as much as I wanted because I had to do the volunteering.
Hmm.
But it was still like really incredible. It was for me, it was really special because also I was able to like properly get to know my family. Because as much as like their family and you're supposed to love them, at the same time they're kind of strangers that I've met 3 times in my
Yeah.
life. And this time it was like, well, I'm living with you guys. I'm spending unlimited time with you guys. I'm getting to know you guys properly. And now I can see how you are family. I can see how like my aunties remind like have the such similar traits to my mom. And
Yeah.
it finally felt like I was like, if God forbid anything happened to my parents, like
Hmm.
I would still find like refuge in and like family in you
Mm-hmm.
guys, and that was really special to be able to like fall in love properly with my family in a non-incestual way.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Yeah, but 100% I would live there. My only problem is like I would miss like the freedom that I have in London.
Would you though?
Yeah, because like I love I have an incredible setup here. Like I have great friends.
Yeah.
I love my family's here. Everything's close,
Mm.
everything's accessible, and I've just built such a great routine. And Colombia, it would just be so different. It would like I wouldn't have my friends. I'd have to go and make new ones. I don't really fancy Latinos. So I don't know if I would find the love of my life in Colombia. But then part of me always would want to raise my kids there at least for a portion of time
Mm.
so that they could properly get to know their
Okay.
culture as well. So who knows?
Okay,
It's
fair.
50-50.
Fair.
What about you? Would you?
Thinking about it.
Yeah? Where would you go?
Back to Albania.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've not had the pleasure of going yet, but I
Have you
really know. But this is what I mean. There's so much that I need to travel in
See,
Colombia.
with me, every time I've gone back, I've enjoyed it a little bit more.
Mm.
At the beginning, I said, no way. It's not really for me.
Mm.
Days are long. I get really bored.
Mm.
Last time I went was 7 years ago, just before the pandemic. I liked it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah.
So I'm going back this year, see how that goes. But we're talking about going back permanently.
Mm.
Got to see if I enjoy it this year. But for me, it's more like I don't want to live my whole life working,
Yeah.
and that's what London is,
Yeah.
and that's not what I want for myself. I'm not gonna kill myself until I'm 67,
Mm.
until retirement, and be like, okay, I can rest. God forbid that I live another 3 years. I won't live my life.
Mm.
So I do want to go back. I want to meet my family properly, be with my cousin especially, because she came over this year, and we built such a close connection that I don't think I want to be separated from them again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I want to go back permanently.
Yeah, I really understand that. And to be fair, like in terms of like property value and everything, just the ratio of wage versus value of property is just so much higher there. Like even though the average earning is about like $300, depending on obviously what parts of Colombia it is, it can differ. But $300 with a 60 grand 3 bedroom apartment that's huge, could have multiple floors, like it's high caliber. Give me that all day. Whereas here, we could earn a decent salary. I could still earn like be earning 3 grand a month, 2 grand a month, and still it would take me a lifetime to pay off that house.
Not even that. Like you're always gonna be in debt here, and
Yeah.
that's something that I've noticed. Like I'm always in debt here with the podcast, with other things that I'm paying off.
Mm.
But over there, you're in debt, but you're not.
Mm.
But maybe that's because we no todo el mundo pesos en libras.
Mm-hmm.
So for us, it's like more economical. For them,
Mm.
it's something completely different.
Well, yeah, that's something you'd have to consider. It's like you can't go to Colombia thinking that you'll be getting a London wage. So the freedom that you have when you go there is because you get to spend as
London
like a king.
money.
Yeah, you get to spend your London money and your London wage, and yeah, it goes a lot further. But the reality is you like my family works so hard. Like they work, and they probably work more than I work in London because ahí madrugan. My auntie's up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Ya tiene la casa limpia, el almuerzo hecho, everything. And then she has to go to work. And she's a teacher. And she runs her own clinic. And then she comes home. And then it's más oficio. She comes home at like 8 p.m. And I'm just like, damn, you be working. But I don't know. Like, who knows? Life is what you make it. So,
Yeah.
but is there anywhere else you would consider, or is it Colombia because that's like where your roots are?
I'm back to my roots, 100%.
Fair enough. Yeah, lovely. Do you have a big family out there?
Not anymore.
Okay.
everyone's sort of like separated.
Yeah.
So I've got gente in Bogotá and Barranquilla. I think in Cali. Most of them are in Armenia, but
Mm.
the only people I'm close to are my cousins.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, my dad's family I'm not close to at all. Like
Mm.
I love them, but I don't know them,
Yeah, yeah.
so I don't have like that closeness to them.
Mm-hmm.
As we're with my cousins, it's like I got to see them over time. Um, we go because they come and visit. My little cousin, love her to bits. Ella is more like es tierna, but es bullosa, and I
Mm.
love that.
Mm.
She's a grown up, like she's 11. I
Mm.
think she's 11, but it is so una señorita, and I
Mm.
love to see that attitude from
Yeah, the
her.
personality and
Yeah,
character
like
shining
it's
through.
different.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think my only family that I have is my two cousins.
Mm. I think that is the only thing where I am conscious of if I were to
Yeah.
leave, I would leave my brother and his wife and like the family that he's building here
Hmm.
because I don't see him moving to Colombia. It's so funny because he was the one that was
Yeah.
born in Colombia. He was the one that
Oh, you
came
were
here.
born
I
here.
was born here. He
Okay.
was born in Colombia, and he is the whitest man I've ever met. There is nothing Colombian about him.
Hmm.
Like when we go back home, lo llaman media lengua because he doesn't speak Spanish
Oh, like
properly.
not.
Yeah, he can speak it fluently, pero se enreda, or he'll jump into Span-English and not forget. Like my grandma doesn't speak English, bro.
Hmm.
Like she's not understanding you just because you said read in a Spanish accent. He doesn't read. She's not gonna know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Um, and yeah, he's not really Latino. To be fair, we didn't grow up like surrounded by Latinos.
Yeah, I get
I
that.
think at like when we were kids, a lot of my dad would organize like massive paseos where like he'd get like una gran colección of families. Everyone would chip in and they would like do some like crazy trips to like the beaches for all
Hmm.
of the families and stuff. So back then we were very immersed in it. I think the older they got, like shady things kept happening. Like their friends kept doing them dirty. And so they made like a conscious effort of like, you know what, we're gonna remove ourselves from the community,
Hmm.
which was sad, but it meant like, and because I always grew up in West London, I didn't have that access. I wasn't in close proximity to many Latinos. And then when I hit 21, I was like, you know what, I want to find my people, I want to find my culture. Started making Latino friends, started going to Cache, and then I became like, I was like, I love it. Like, started downloading salsa songs, and
Hmm.
I was just like, oh my god, this is me, this is my culture, this is my, this is my identity. And then yeah, like fully got yeah into it, and then I started doing the radio, and it was a Latino radio station, and I was just like, yeah, I'm so Colombian, I'm such an
What
advocate.
the G slot?
No, before the G slot, it was like Luch and Didi Live, and it was meant
Oh,
to
okay.
be yeah, like a Latino UK urban scene because the co-star, she was
Yeah.
Latina as well. Um, and yeah, that's who I started writing for. And then they when they would have me on to speak about my articles
Hmm.
or like to slot in for someone if the co-stars were missing, and then they were like, you're pretty good, like do you want to do this consistently? And I was like, hell yeah, love this, just give me a chance to just chat a bunch of crap, I'll do it. And it ended up being really good and with really positive reception. Like I remember with that first article that I mentioned earlier on, Joanne, who I hadn't actually met, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was a fan of her, but she didn't know me. And Milena Sanchez, another person who I was
Hmm.
like a massive fan of, but again, I didn't have a friendship with them yet. They reposted that first article
Oh,
on their
damn.
stories. Yeah, like they'd read it and they because obviously Latino Shade Bar had a massive platform at the time.
Yeah.
Um and so yeah, when he reposted it, a couple people did read it, and then it got such good feedback. Like I had so many people messaging me saying like they felt so seen by it, like they'd never like had someone articulate exactly how like they felt
Hmm.
in like, and I was just like, wow, like oh my god, like I had no idea that I could do this, or I could like like I was just talking for me and I just didn't think anyone would read it, and then to have that kind of yeah for people messaging me saying that they really appreciated it, or yeah, that they really like they felt seen by it. It was really special for me, and it just was, yeah, it ignited a massive fire in me, and yeah, I got to meet incredible people out of it. Like that's how I built my friendships with them, because then I was like, well, cool, let me interview you guys.
Yeah.
And then I interviewed them, and then turns out they're like amazing women, and I was just like, wow, love you. Let's keep doing this. Let's keep promoting. Let's keep talking. Yeah, you're making me really miss it now that you're having me like
You
nostalgic
should
about
do it
it.
again.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
I think the only thing now is with IG lives, they're not as popular anymore.
Yeah, no, it would have to be a full setup. Like it would have to be something like a full-on investment and stuff. But how do you find the passion to stay consistent with it? Because this is a whole professional setup. This is you've invested time, you've invested money, you've invested effort.
So at the beginning, I didn't know what the podcast would be about. I always knew I didn't want to have interviews. So I saw a lot of people doing interviews, and I didn't hate it, but for me, it just wasn't my style.
Yeah.
I've always preferred like conversations. I've always preferred just being natural. And for me, like if I have an interview, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't ask this, or oh shit, why didn't I follow up with this? So when I found my first podcast studio in Finsbury Park, I sort of told them the idea, and they were like, oh, actually, we can roll with this. Let's sort of see what we can do. And because they're mentors anyway, so they have like work experience there as well. The kids asked me questions about my life, and I was like, oh, actually, this is different.
Yeah, how cute.
Because they're asking me the questions that no one would really ask me about my condition, about the difficulties, and I was like, oh, okay, that's really cool and really different. From there, I got people asking me if they want to be on the podcast, and I asked them as well. And then the whole situation with Luch happened.
I don't actually know too much about your situation. I know like loads of people have situations, and I think everyone has a story to tell. But I don't actually know too much about.
Oh, do you not?
No.
So Luch, November, I want to say 2023. I think it was just when I was starting out with my podcast, he asked to be my manager. And at the time I was looking for a manager. So we sort of agreed, he sort of verbalized a contract and said, come over, I'll get you the paperwork. I never actually signed anything.
Did he actually have a contract for you to sign? Yeah. It's not the first time I've heard this.
Not paper, but he said that he would have one up for me.
Yeah.
And then I think it was within a couple of weeks in December, he says, oh, I've got you an event in Spotify for podcasts. You're going to meet a whole lot of people. After that, I didn't hear anything from him. I was like, okay, cool, come, whatever. I didn't hear anything January, February, March.
Wow.
And then in March, something happened. I can't remember what happened, and he messaged me. Didn't hear anything again. And then the whole situation came out. At that point, I knew that I had been scammed.
Oh, did he take like did you give him money as well? Yeah.
Yeah, so but at that point I already knew. But I said to myself, I'm not gonna let myself get into a situation where I cry about it. I'm not gonna get annoyed about it. I'm just gonna succeed and show him what he's fucked up on.
Yeah.
And when the whole situation came out, I actually commented on the video, and he messaged me straight away. Like within 30 seconds of me commenting on that video, he messaged me. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry if you feel like that. My mental health's been all over the place," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I've had no contact from you in 6 months, and yet mental health, but I've seen you on TikTok lives constantly, and you seem absolutely fine. But I think within from that time to December, I got all my money back.
Oh, so he did give you your money back?
Yeah, I had to pressure him into it.
Oh yeah, I've been in similar situations.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
And I know that he was gonna get taken to court.
Oh,
He
really?
was gonna get taken to court by one of the artists.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is a massive shame because he, um, like I said, he had a great platform.
Mm-hmm.
We at Defo took advise him
Yeah.
on a lot of the times on how to help grow that platform.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I can't take credit for someone's success,
Yeah.
but when there was a beginning when he was growing and all he would post were like naked women and like sexualized women, like sexualized Latinas,
Mm-hmm.
and the girls on the podcast on the radio show at the time, we were like, you're ruining your brand because you're making it kind of seedy when what you could have is actually something really really special. And
Mm-hmm.
he took that constructive criticism, and then that's when he like really really started to like properly blow,
Mm-hmm.
because he made it more about, okay, like the culture and news and uplifting people and stuff like that. However, he is a massive opportunist, and he will do whatever it takes, and he doesn't care about the consequences of it. And he has burnt a lot of people along the way. However, I hate to say it, but I feel like those kind of people are the people that become successful because they'll do it no matter what the stakes.
Yeah.
I don't rate it, because that's never how the route I would go.
Mm.
But I like the growth he's had. I think it will end up being his demise, because if you
It already
mess.
has. He's gone quiet.
Oh, really? I blocked him ages ago, to be fair, because I was just like, actually, I don't want to support you anymore. Because, like, he tried to do me dirty, but I'm also someone that doesn't take it,
Mm-hmm.
being. I'm someone that doesn't take being a mug lying down. So when he did try to run off with my money, because he was like, let's do an event together, because I mentioned, like, I'm someone that always has ideas. I'm someone
Yeah.
that, and I always share the ideas. My problem is I don't act on them. And he was like, I really liked your idea for this, that kind of event. Let's do it. I was like, cool. It will cost us this much. And I was like, cool. I'll try it. I don't mind. Gave him half the money. He put the other half. Then, yeah, same as you. No momentum. Obviously, we all had a working relationship already. So he also couldn't try and take the piss too much, because then I have to see
Mm.
you at the show. Anyways, but I already knew the moment that I started that radio show, so many people warned me about him. So many people were like, don't do business with him. He's very slimy. Be
Mm-hmm.
careful. And so I knew that. So I was like, if I wouldn't let it go too long without asking for it. And I'm also not embarrassed to bad you up and be like, I'm 22 and you're 30 plus.
Mm.
Why do I have to beg you for small change? Are you not embarrassed as a man?
Mm.
And then when I started talking to him like that, then he had, and like playing at his like masculinity, that's when he'd always pay me back. But even like paying me for the articles, it would have to be a war. Like he would never pay me on time, and he would always just, as it's el bo, and I'm like, mate,
Sounds about
it's
right.
30 quid. Like, why am I having to chase you for 30 quid? Like,
Sounds about right.
but yeah, I'm just glad that I never fully. I always went knowing that I can't trust this man, so
Mm.
I didn't trust him.
Yeah.
I didn't hold too much. I knew he was a waffler. He had a lot of dreams, and he would say a lot of things. Whether that was going to be real or not, I never really believed it. It was always a pinch. I always took it with a pinch of salt.
Mm-hmm.
I am grateful that he gave me an opportunity and I was able to capitalize on it, and I learned a lot about myself in those periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't rate how he does business.
But in saying all of this, I'm very grateful to Luke
Yeah.
because he gave me that motivation to carry on.
Okay.
I think for me, and I've said this on multiple occasions, I think if it hadn't been for him, I would have stopped this. Not completely, but I wouldn't have done it as consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't really have cared on how the channel goes. But when he started to scam me, and I realized it was a scam, I was like, you know what? Let me actually build a successful platform and see what I can do with it. See what guests I can get on, see where I can take it, and I'm gonna show him what he's built in me. And I think for me that was the biggest motivation that I had.
That's very beautiful though, for you to be able to turn something negative and
Oh
turn
no,
it, be able
100%,
to shine some light on it, turn it positive.
100%. But apparently he's gone quiet now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Is he still behind the festivals, the Latino Life festivals, or is that now done without him?
From what I've heard, him and Jose Luis have separated
Right.
because apparently there was a little fight between them. I don't
Mm,
know, but
doesn't surprise
he's another
me.
one that I don't trust.
Oh, really? I've heard things, but I don't. When he started being spoken about and they started doing these
Hmm.
festivals, I'd already like taken a massive step back
Yeah.
from everything, so I actually no longer know much anymore.
Oh, fair. Yeah, mejor no meterse en eso. Like with Jose Luis, he's another one that shows you dreams and
Oh, really? I hate that because we actually could achieve a lot, and we actually like if we work together. Like you don't, and this is I understand like people dream, and
yeah.
sometimes those things aren't always going to come to
Mm.
fruition, or they'll come eventually. But selling someone a dream, knowing exactly what they want and how like vulnerable they are in
Yeah,
telling you their dream, and you exploiting that for your own personal gain is very savage.
it is.
And I
It
don't know how people sleep at night when they move like that.
like when I was dealing with Jose Luis, we had this plan to build a radio station,
Mm.
and a lot of names, which I'm not going to say, were thrown into that mix. Um, and I was one of them, and someone that does IG lives was another one.
Mm.
I don't know how much contact he had with them, but with me, he had very consistent contact until a certain point where he just stopped messaging me. Um, so I was added to a group chat. I was added to like different events. After that, disappeared. No
Mm.
escuché nada. Like no money was involved, but
It's just the excitement of like,
yeah,
wow, like we're progressing, like this is something amazing that we're gonna build,
yeah,
and then it just being taken.
yeah.
It's just
But
like,
listen
oh,
to this, right? I saw him at an event,
mm,
and apparently someone died in his family, and he came and spoke to me about it, and he was like, "I'll message you." Never messaged me again.
mm,
But I made sure to be in his eyesight throughout the whole event.
yeah,
Like I did
good,
not leave his eyesight.
mm,
I was around him the whole time. And I think he felt very like uncomfortable.
mm-hmm,
Um and then when the whole loot thing happened, he messaged me, he was like, "Juan, how much money did he take of you, or how much what happened with you?"
mm,
And I told him, and he was like, "Ah, I'm gonna try and expose him, get money out of him to pay you." And this was a guy that I hadn't spoken to in about a year.
mm,
So I was like, mm,
yeah, it's a weird one, but who knows? To be fair, I do think it took people like that to get the ball rolling.
oh, 100%.
And then out of that, though, I do think we've grown. I think a lot of people have like taken their craft a lot more seriously,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that there will be an opportunity, whether it's them that put the artists or the creatives in the limelight, or someone better comes along
Mm-hmm.
and creates that platform off of good morale and good intentions. I love that, to see that. Like, I think everyone's kind of putting in a bit more effort, taking it a bit more
Yeah.
seriously, and the quality of that creativity has improved immensely.
Mm-hmm.
Like in terms of like the artists that are coming out of the UK, the creativity that's coming out of the UK from the Latinos. I think it is quite nice to see. I don't think I obviously won't give him credit for that. It's just an observation that I've
Yeah.
made.
Yeah, I can see more talent coming out of it, but I think people are more aware of scammers.
Yeah, but you have to be. Not gonna lie, in the creative industry, there are so many people that will just gas you up with a bunch of air. And it's not just it will be people from all walks of life at all stages, like even like at very very high levels. It is kind of like, but and because a lot of the people that make money out of it
Mm-hmm.
is exploiting actual talent. That's the problem, is you have the talent, you have the ability to hold incredible conversations, to shed such positivity, to
Oh
make people
yeah.
want to come and share their stories with you. And people who don't have that skill but know that they can make money off of you will be like, yeah, look, listen, work with me, and I can get you this and this and this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because they don't have the talent themselves, so they need to exploit it.
But I think with me, 'cause I'm still looking for management, and I
Mm.
spoke to Joanne recently. For me, I think I would only go for certain people.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. If you want to be one of the managers, 100% I'll take because I trust you.
Mm.
I think we've got to build a level of trust to get to that stage. So I think you, Joanne, Micah would be like the only three that I completely trust into this.
Mm. Wow, thank you. I'll be honest, I don't have no clue about being a manager, but if someone gave me, it might start reading how to be a manager for dummies and see if we can get the ball rolling.
No, but look at you. You're creative though. That's the thing.
Mm.
Like you said, you had no experience before, but you
Yeah.
got into it
Mm.
and you've done it and you were successful at it. And I think that's the same with anything.
Yeah. Well, what's your goal for this? Like, what's your dream
You
for
know
this
what? Joanne
podcast?
asked me the same thing and I
Yeah.
had no answer.
Mm.
But for me, I'd love to live off this.
Okay, nice. So you now need to
Do
start
this
getting
full
brand
time.
partnerships and sponsorships.
Hmm.
Okay. Do you reach out to any brands?
I used to, not anymore.
Okay.
Um, when they just don't reply, it's like, am I wasting my time? Am I not? And I get that.
You need to see take yourself, because obviously it's hard for you because you can take, this is your bread and butter, this is
Yeah.
your passion project. So if there is no response, it is a slight personal rejection.
Yeah.
However, because I work in sales, so I see everything in terms of statistics.
Hmm.
You aren't gonna get 100% of your outreach.
Oh no,
But the
100%.
more outreach you do, statistically, somebody has to give you a yes. So
Oh, yeah.
it's all a numbers game. You've got to reach out to as many people as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Send out hundreds and hundreds a day of like solicitations, just an introduction of what you're doing, who you are, and then someone will break.
Oh no, 100%. I think for me, rejection isn't as hard hitting,
Mm.
but when they don't reply, it's like, can I really be bothered to email them again, or can I really be bothered to? Am I at the stage of endorsements of branding? So for me, I'll just go. You know what? It wasn't meant to be,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's my sort of mentality now.
Mm.
If I don't get a reply or if I don't get a yes or a no, wasn't meant to be, probably not. Okay, move on,
Mm.
carry on with what I'm doing. So for me, it's more of a, can I be bothered to email a lot of people and not get replies? No.
Mm.
Can I be bothered to do my podcast and see what happens? 100%.
Fair enough. That's, to be fair, that is what a manager would do. They would have to do the outreach on your behalf anyways. So yeah, it's finding the right kind of partnership. But it all will happen. I think I've always believed that if you do something that you're passionate about and you do it with the right intentions, the money follows. It's just whether you stick to it long enough for it to be able to reap the rewards.
Yeah. And to be fair, this was never part of the plan. This
Mm.
was never part of my plans.
Yeah, because you were always a writer, weren't you?
So I wrote my first book in 2016.
Which is cool as hell.
I was just finishing uni, but I wasn't enjoying my course. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, we'll just write a book,
Mm.
see what happens. Then I started writing blogs in 2019,
Mm.
which I sent to you.
Yeah.
Um, and I love writing, so that for me was like my passion at the time.
What do you love about writing?
You know what? It's just like expressing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's just getting those feelings out.
Mhm.
Like I've always lived very alone.
Mm.
I've always been very alone. So like for me, writing is just my personal space and getting creative with it. I grew up with no friends, no one that really understood my condition.
Mm.
Very secluded from everyone, and was like, I don't want to be a burden on anyone.
Mm.
So when I found writing, I was like, oh, actually, I'm quite enjoying this. Let me
Mm.
see how far I can take it. My blogs were getting quite good views. I
Yeah.
remember that.
I remember like waiting for your blogs to come out or when you would send me them. It was
Yeah.
really, and your ability to be so candid with how you feel
Hmm.
is so refreshing.
it wasn't always like that.
Mm.
I think 2016 was the real change for me. When I wrote the first book, it was a life advice book, a
Mm.
self-help book. And I was just like, look, this is my condition, this is what I feel. Um, I wrote tips on relationships, on doing lives, and I absolutely loved it.
Mm.
And I got a really good reception from it. Um, Looking back now, I wasn't, I'm not happy with it anymore because I
Mm.
can do a lot better.
But we all evolve. We all grow into our
Ah,
craft.
100%. But I knew I could express myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I started writing blogs. With my blogs, it was very different.
Mm.
Um, because I would write about different things. I can't remember what I wrote about. Gym, disability. I think Colombia I wrote one about.
Mm.
But that was just my sort of outlook on life.
Yeah.
Um, and then I sort of stopped that, did my IG lives after speaking to you and Joanne. And I met different people, and I was like,
Mm.
oh, actually, maybe I can be myself a little bit more. And that's how I find the community, though. Just being
Mm.
myself.
Yeah. And also, like, the way you've always approached people is through like mass amounts of support.
Mm.
Like, I tell you this all the time. It's like I don't know how you know to reach out to me and give me some positivity, but every single time you've done it has been like such a crucially low point where I'm feeling like no self-worth, no value, like just completely lost. And you always just remind me. And it's just like I think us as individuals are very, very special, but and I can see it in everyone else, but we're always a bit more negative towards
Mm.
ourselves. Um, so I forget that I'm a special individual too, just as special as
Yeah.
everyone around me. And sometimes, yeah, you forget how significant you are as an individual, and you always come at the exact right moment to just uplift me with something positive or remind me of who I am. And I just always tell you, like, I'm always so
Yeah.
appreciative of it because you actually don't know how much it means to me.
But you know what it is? When I see those reels, you are one of the first people that I think about.
Mm.
So when I send you the reels, it's literally, uh, there's some incredible and special women in your life. You are. Like, you were the first one that I met.
Bless you.
And something that people don't understand is that friendship, that first friendship I had with you,
Mm.
meant the world. Not only because I
Oh,
could get my foot through the door, but like it was the first time I felt accepted.
oh, I'm so
Yeah,
glad that I was able to do that
yeah, and
for
you were the
you.
very first one.
I had no idea.
Yeah. So that first interaction we had, I was like, okay, I can be myself. I don't have to pretend to be this alpha, this macho guy. I can just be myself and
But that is macho though. Like this is the thing is like I think there's such a crazy depiction of masculinity and alpha
hmm
male and it's being turned into to something that I don't think is realistic or attainable. Like
mm,
a real man is someone that has vision, someone that has a crazy tenacity, someone that
hmm
has crazy work ethic, someone that is themselves to their core,
mm,
someone respectful, someone kind. You are all of those things, and those are like crazy masculine qualities in my eyes.
hmm
And yeah, I think yeah, I'm a bit like with this whole like red pill generation and what it is. I think like feminism, and masculinity is
hmm
just all very like so divided. When I think it's like like real masculinity and real femininity is being able to like walk into both
hmm
as and when it's needed because we are meant to have both. Everything
Yeah,
is yin and yang, everything's perfectly balanced. So yeah, sorry.
that's
That's
right.
me and my spirituality stuff.
That's right. But yeah, I think that friendship was crucial for the success that I've had. Um, because for you, like I said, I met Joanne, I met
Joanna.
Laura. Um, I was able to connect with different people, but that crucial first step of messaging you and having that response and having you read that blog and being like, actually, this is really good. That helped me a lot with my
Mm,
confidence.
amazing. Amazing. I wasn't unaware. I never really like deeped the how it would have had that effect on you. But it's crazy because it's like, well, I guess now I'm reaping the benefits of the friendship because I was the one supporting you then, and now you're supporting me now when I don't feel like I have much to be supported on. So it's yeah, really cool.
You have a lot.
No, I know, but in terms of like, yeah, I just don't really do this anymore. So it's like, oh yeah, because I never really took it as anything serious. It was
Hmm.
just though some yeah, like it was COVID, something fun to do, a little hobby, and that's kind of one of my biggest regrets is like not taking myself serious and not taking what I could do seriously. And I've seen like I have like my like Karina, who we did the G slot together with, and she was also with us back when we were doing Luch and Didi Live. And to see like someone how serious she's taken it and how amazing she's done with it and all of the amazing things that she's been able to do, I'm just so proud. And I'm like, see, that's real work ethic. And I think that's what I admire you and I admire so many people that like don't talk about it, just
Hmm.
do it. And you do so much because that is life. I think that is like the thing that separates people from success, and the unsuccessful is just going for it, whether you're seeing the rewards of it or not. Like it all eventually
Mm.
snowballs into something better, whether it's like what you imagined it to be. Not it might not necessarily be that, but it will always open more doors, and then it
Yeah.
might be better than what you'd even imagined it was to, where it was going to take you in the first place. So yeah, I think more people should be like you guys.
See, I think more people should be like you, and in the sense of there was a conversation on the G slot that has never left me.
Really?
Yeah, you were talking
Oh,
about relationships, and I remember this conversation
I
vividly.
love to talk about relationships.
And I think you were the only one that said this. You were speaking about dates,
Mm,
and I think the other girls sort of said, "No, he has to have like a nice car to take me out in."
mm,
You were the only one that said, "No, I wouldn't mind that. It's just like chilling in a quarter."
yeah.
Like the car isn't the essential part. It's just
Mm.
spending time with them.
Yeah, I've been. I'm very lucky to not be. I wasn't raised to be very materialistic.
Hmm.
I don't really care about designers and stuff. So for me, and it's more like if I don't have my own car, who am I to judge
Yeah.
you for the fact that you don't have a 4 Series or a brand new 25 plate? Like,
Hmm.
and also it's just like the caliber of who you are as a person and your character as a person and how you're going to treat me isn't going to be reflected on how nice your
Yeah.
car is. Like I've dated guys with nice cars, I've dated guys in beat down courses, I've dated guys with no cars. Obviously, there is a convenience with guys that drive. It means that you can get picked up, or it means like we could like you don't always have to plan the outing. Sometimes you can just
Hmm.
sit in the car and have conversations, which is a very necessary part of getting to know someone.
Yeah.
And that is what dating is. It's like I don't know. You don't necessarily know if you like me. I don't necessarily know
Hmm.
if I like you. So let's just get to know each other. And then if something sort of here, then great. But at the same time, we're not entitled to anything because we don't know each other.
Yeah.
And I do think there is a massive sense of entitlement nowadays where it's like, oh, well, yeah, wine and dine me, buy me a bag. Or him is like what he expects to get out of it. And it's just all
Hmm.
like, it's all a bit messy. But yeah, I don't, you don't need a car or just be a good person.
Mm.
And then hopefully I, if I'm in my healthy phase, will appreciate that.
Yeah.
But oh, good. It's crazy. I forget like people actually would listen to the radio because a lot of the time it was just us having fun. Like it was such a fun time of just feminine energy, of just everyone talking, and all of us were so different from each other. So it was nice to have just like a bunch of girls sharing their perspective and their perspectives being wildly different from each other, which I think is necessary because everyone's different. There is no there is no unison in how women think. Women, a bunch of women have
Yeah.
different priorities, different preferences, different beliefs. So yeah, you just find the right one for you.
100%. The thing is, I got to know you all on an individual basis anyway.
Yeah,
And I got to speak to all of you. Yeah. All of
yeah.
you. I was listening every Monday, repost you.
Bless you.
I remember those days.
Yeah, so fun. I
And
miss
then
it.
you left.
Yeah. Well, yeah, left, got kicked out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, well, but not by the girls, by the people that ran the
Mm-hmm.
the people that ran the station.
Ah.
Yeah, I had a bit of an altercation. Um, to be fair, it was a misunderstanding, and I could have probably handled it more maturely. But at the same time, I tell you, when I feel like I'm being
Yeah.
disrespected, I do become disrespectful. Um, so that was probably my fault. Well, no, it is my fault. I'll hold my hands up and say I could have handled the situation more maturely, and it led to me no longer being able to come into the studio.
Mm.
But it is what it is. You live and you learn, and that was a maturing moment for me. But yeah, if anything, I should have probably stuck and like gone and find something else to do creative. But
But you still can.
yeah,
Like, it's not too late.
no, it's definitely like having like you reaching out to me and telling me that we wanted to do it, and I was like, okay, cool. Because I've said no loads of times before, just because like our times haven't quite aligned, or
Mm-hmm.
just because I stopped doing it and I felt nervous to come back and do it, and I was just like, what will we have to talk about? Like, what do I have to be like interviewed over? But obviously, you've explained that it's not an interview; it's just a conversation. And then I stopped being so judgmental of myself over the years, and just I was like, you know what, yeah, let's have a conversation, let's have a cool ass
Mm-hmm.
conversation. But it has been really fun. Like, it has ignited a little spark in me again to like think about it, and just it's always been in the back of my mind. I've always wanted to create. I think as humans we do need to create, we do need something passionate to help us like, yeah, to help us be in touch with our core selves. With
Mm-hmm.
I think there's something powerful in creating, whether it's drawing, whether it's singing, just something artistic. Um, but in the same breath, I've never considered myself someone artistic until I went through that like phase of creativity
Mm-hmm.
in and like I didn't think conversations or the art of conversation was an actual talent, and it is. But because I grew up always being very academic, I was always really good at maths, always really good at science, always really good at English. And my mum was someone that I deemed as that's what creativity is. Someone, she can design clothes, she draws incredibly, like she can do like crazy makeup art. Like, she was someone like that's what creativity is, like the art of being able to see something beautiful in your head
Mm-hmm.
and turn it into real life. But I always thought as that was something tangible. I didn't realize like I can do that, but in ideas, in marketing. Like, yeah, I had to learn and redefine what creativity meant to me, and that
Mm-hmm.
was through like these kind of experiences. So yeah.
See, with me, I'm very introverted. So
Oh,
if
really?
you see me anywhere, I'll be in the corner, really quiet, head
Mm.
down. Won't really make eye contact or talk much.
Mm.
The podcast was what gave me the confidence to actually come out my show a little bit.
No way. But that's the beauty of it, is like you don't know how
Mm-hmm.
it's going to evolve you as a person. That's so cool. Because I would have never have thought, because you were so bold in how you approached, like in terms of like, you seem so confident and you seem so like, yeah, you seemed massively extrovert in my opinion. So it's crazy to hear that.
I'm very introverted. Very
Mm,
introverted.
interesting.
I'm still very introverted, but because it's the podcast,
Yeah.
I have to become this extroverted version of myself.
Mm, love, incredible. But I think that duality is necessary.
Mm.
Like, I think because I know I seem quite extroverted as well, and I can be, but I do also need to time away where I can just be in solidarity and just kind of process everything, recharge my energy, refocus on myself. And yeah, I do spend a lot of my time alone as well. But yeah, put me after a couple drinks, I'll talk to a wall, I'll talk to anyone.
Yeah, I've stopped drinking this year.
Oh, really? Full
Yeah.
sobriety?
Yeah. So the last one I drank was in May, and that was
Mm.
just because I was on holiday. Apart from that,
Not incredible. What made you decide?
um, so for me, I was with a PT
Mm-hmm.
and I actually saw results and was like, I'm not gonna ruin this. The work that I put in. Um,
All right then.
I was at my lowest weight that I've ever been,
Mm.
which was 67, 66,
Mm.
which I was really happy with. I was really proud of, and I
Amazing.
was like, I'm not gonna ruin that. Went on holiday, ate my
Oh,
body weight
body
in
weight.
food.
I know them ones.
I drank. I didn't really drink much alcohol, but I drank. Um, and when I came back, I was like, yeah, I'm not drinking again until December.
I respect that. I respect that a lot. To be fair, I've contemplated sobriety so many times, but I just it's my socializing does like revolve a lot around drinking, which I hate, but it's also like fun. Like the girls always like after work, trying to go for a cocktail, why not? And then one turns into three, and then you have a massive headache the next
Yeah,
day.
but that's what I think self control is needed.
Yeah, I lack self-control. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not a very disciplined individual. So my problem is, yeah, I'll say yeah, but then the right kind of motive with the right people, and I'm just like, well, we'll make the exception, and then fun times keep happening, and
Hmm.
yeah, and then I'm like, damn, my goal of not drinking for 6 months has been 6 months, and I didn't stop. But I've definitely cut down. But that's just because life has made me cut down, to be fair. Like, the older we get, my hangovers don't bounce back as quickly as they used to. So I do make a conscious effort. I do drink and, like, take my little, yeah, down my bottle of water before bed. Just try and just help the process. But yeah.
See, I've become a lightweight.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. Like, yeah, our bodies change. Like, I'm not the 21-year-old, like, heavyweight that could just back anything and wouldn't have a problem, wouldn't be stumbling their words
Hmm.
at the end of it. Now, after three, it's just woo,
Are you an aguardiente fan or no?
love
Okay.
aguardiente, yeah.
Okay.
But I haven't had it in ages. Like I said,
Have you not?
probably since Colombia.
Have amarillo. It doesn't.
Amarillo.
It doesn't affect you as much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
It,
no, I think I'm a tapazul. Is that the one without sugar?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's my go-to. But to be fair, I don't get too many hangovers with aguardiente. But I don't really go out. I don't go to Latino events anymore.
Do you not?
No. To be fair, like I love the cult, but I don't have like that's not my core friendship group anymore.
Hmm.
So I don't really have those kind of people to go out with as much as I used to. And I just don't, it all gets a bit repetitive. Like, the older I got, the more like standard clubbing till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I just can't really do. Like, give me a day party where I can wear trainers and I'm there. But like clubs with a dress and heels and like, I outgrew that like so quickly.
To be fair, the friendship group we have now with Kai Travel,
Yeah, Kylie Travel.
I think what they do is amazing.
Yeah.
Their events, I've not been, but from what I've seen,
You should come to the next one.
when is it?
I don't know, but they'll probably I'm hoping they still do like a sports day one or just like another like they did a really cool one recently in Tottenham where it was just a bar. Yeah. But it was a really cute, beautiful rooftop bar in Tottenham. Tottenham Hill? I don't know. It was far. For me, TFL is TFL. If it's 40 minutes, I'm no longer in ends. That's all I know. But yeah, it was a nice rooftop bar where we just had games night, and now that it grows more, I love that more men come as well. Because predominantly it was Kaibi girls that would come and
Yeah.
join us, and that every girl that comes is amazing. But I've known these girls I went to primary school with one of them, and then
Oh,
I know the
okay.
other ones in secondary. So everyone there, at least all of my friendship group now, is like 20 years, some 10 years deep. Like we've known each other for years, came out the womb together basically.
Damn.
Yeah, so it is a very beautiful friendship group that I have now. To be fair, I've always been blessed with incredible people. Just some of them don't always last, aren't always meant to be in your life forever.
Are they still doing the podcast or no?
Um,
Because they were for a while.
Yeah, but one of them's moved to Portugal now. So
Oh,
yeah,
eminently.
yeah, permanently with her partner.
Oh, okay.
That was one of her goals. Like she's always hated London. Bia's always hated London. She was the reason we all moved to Dominican Republic, and I'm so grateful for that experience because that
That's
was like
beautiful
life
up there.
changing. Yeah, it was stunning. It just I think everyone should do it. Like, and it doesn't cost that much money. Like, just save the money, like, stack your money for 1 year, save as much as possible, and just live in like a tiny island. Like, we lived in a tiny little beach town where
Hmm.
there wasn't much population, but it had like the most, Las Terrenas has the most gorgeous beaches in the
Really?
world. Yeah. And there's one place called El Colibri where every day is happy hour and it's on the beach. And so every day you're getting £1 or £2 caipirinhas on the beach, watching the sunset with your best friends. And I was just like, yeah, this is life. And I was working remotely, so I was still doing my 9 to 5. Just I was able to do Dominican hours because I was in charge of head of. So this time I was working for a conference company. To be fair, I'm very lucky. Like
Hmm.
I am constantly and abundantly blessed, and I'm very grateful for every opportunity that gets thrown my way. But yeah, I was down to just move and go with my saving. I was like, this is literally what I've saved for. This is the
Yeah.
opportunity. They were going all in couples, and then Kyra was like, please come. Like, I don't want to be the fifth wheel. Please come and be my wing woman. We'll have a hot girl year. I had just come out of a really toxic relationship who is with one of the guys in the friendship group. They'd asked he was meant to come as well.
Hmm.
Luckily he couldn't afford it. Yes. My God is greater. And yeah, and so she was like, just come. Like, I know you've got the money, just why not? And I'd at this point always dreamt of moving abroad,
Hmm.
but I was always scared, and I was just like, I don't know how I'm gonna make this dream happen because I'm too much of a pussy to actually go anywhere by myself. So yeah, it was just perfect timing that I could give myself that opportunity to go. And then at the time, the company that Bia was working for was
Hmm.
hiring, and they needed someone that spoke Spanish because they wanted to expand to the South American market. And I was like, well, that's me. And then and I ended up getting a really good job out of it as well. So yeah, it was incredible. And just but I feel like this is just another thing of like living in a different country just reminds you that you can be grateful for the slowness. Like London, time just goes in a blink of an eye. And other places, like life is slow and you get to enjoy things. You get to enjoy your evenings. Like that's the one thing I love so much about Colombia is in the evenings everything's packed. Every cuadra every cuadra has a restaurant or a bar,
Oh,
and
100%.
every cuadra is full of people and of all ages as
Hmm.
well. And that I love that. Like London, I try to make plans with my friends in the evening after work, and I'm exhausted and I can't be bothered. And most of the time I'll flake, but I then force myself or remind myself like that's what makes my day special. That's what I'm going to think about when I'm on my deathbed of all of the beautiful times I've shared with people I've cared about.
Hmm.
Nothing else is important. And so I'll force myself, but it's so much harder here. I don't know why it's like like London takes so much out of you, but it does.
It's because everyone's running around.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But I feel like everyone does as well in other parts of the world.
No.
Like well, I don't know, but Medellin is very fast paced. It's a
Oh, is it?
metropolitan city. Like the trains always jam packed and
Mm.
everything. But still, you'll come back to the barrio and everyone's outside. Se fueron a la cancha a ver el fútbol. Los muchachos play football, o se fueron a comer un helado, o se fueron a sacar los abuelitos a caminar. But it's just like everyone's doing something. Everyone's active.
Yeah. See, and that's the one thing I hated about Colombia the first time. Like, you could go hacer una cita, a banco, hacer
Mm.
varias vueltas, and you could be done by 12 p.m.
Yeah.
Like, 12 midday, and you still got the rest of the day. And it's like, where is the, why isn't it
Time's so
moving?
slow, yeah. But I love it. Like here, that's what I miss. That's what I want. Like a slower pace of life. because I constantly like, and my mum said it. She was just like, enjoy your 20s, and I am very grateful because I don't come from like the type of mum that's like, oh, you should be married with kids now.
Mm.
My mum did that. She was married with kids at 18. So she's been the opposite. She's been a massive champion of have experiences, Sandra. Like my mum always was like, if I'm in on a weekend, I'm doing something wrong as a mother because my daughter should have a thriving social life. Like she never
Mm.
wants me to be just at home. So like, and my problem is I am a homebody and I can go like 4 or 5 days not checking in on anyone because I'm very bad at communication. You know I'm terrible with replies. Like
Mm.
I'll get back to you, but it won't be soon. And so like I find it hard to like nurture relationships. And my mom's always like, "Cool, have you called so and so? Have you called this person? Have you checked in? Go do something. Go for a walk. Go do," and I'm just like, fair enough, fair enough. But I think it's necessary.
See, I think I needed that, but I've always been like at home, at home, at home, at home,
Hmm.
not doing much. Now I'm working and I'm sleeping. That's it.
Yeah. What about the weekend?
I'm at home.
You
I'm
don't.
at home or working.
Okay.
I barely go out, but it's not my thing to go out.
Fair enough. But everyone has their preferences, like whatever works for you. But would you like to be outside more?
I don't know. Like I'm happy being at home.
Fair enough then.
Like I used to go to my cousins quite a lot.
Mm,
That's stopped now.
yeah.
But I prefer just to be at home chilling. Just
Yeah.
like,
There is something like so nice about like your home, your place, your sanctuary that you can like properly relax. Plus London is so expensive. Like you breathe and you've spent 10 quid.
yeah.
So it's, and I am very financially like conscious of everything that I do. So
How are you?
yeah, like I'm very good with my money and I'm very frugal, which is why I always have like money to travel because it's like that's the only luxury that I put my money into. Like that's the only thing my savings is allowed to go into.
Going
Other than
to a
that, it's not
holiday.
getting touched. Yeah, holidays.
Okay.
Like I want to see the world, and
Where have you been?
so many. I've been to 24 countries. Yeah. Last not last year. Last year I visited 6 countries in 4 continents.
Oh
That
wow.
was my best traveling year. I went that year. Last year, I did Bulgaria for New
Hmm.
Year's. Then I went to Kenya.
Hmm.
Then I went to Chile for work. Then I went to. Did I go Colombia? Colombia, Bali, Vietnam.
Oh, you travel.
Traveled, yeah. But I also just have friends that are about that as well, like Kylie Travel. They're literally
Mm.
travel influencers, so it does work in my benefit.
Yeah.
That people they're always down for travel, but even if they're not, like I'm like this year they've been like really busy doing like their stuff, and I know it's hard to be able to manage it from two
Hmm.
different countries. So a lot of their trips are either in Portugal or London, and I'm like, nope. I'm trying to hit 30 countries before 30. Like, I know I need to go visit Bia. I haven't visited her since her move, but I'm like, oh, but I've already been to Portugal. It's not going to contribute to my list. So I'm just planning a solo trip to either I'm going to Albania by myself or I'm taking my mum to Montenegro, but I'm booking a trip this for September.
Okay.
That is going to be a country that I've never been before. And if it's not with my friends, then I'll do it alone. And if it's not alone, then I'll take my mum.
I love traveling alone.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm so scared of it. I've never done it.
You know what it is? It's like normally I travel in a group of between 13 to 18 people.
Wow.
And that's my cousins,
God
my
damn.
aunties, my mum.
That's free. That's the whole football team and then some.
Yeah. So for me now, it's like I don't have to worry about waking anyone up,
Yeah.
going to breakfast with them.
Yeah.
If I want to go gym in the morning and then go eat,
You can
I can
do
just
all
do
of
that.
Yeah.
Whereas with them, I'm like, oh, I've got to go eat. Let me wait. Or,
You
we're
have
going to
to
go
work
eat
with other people's
dinner.
time.
Yeah.
That makes
And
sense.
if they want to go out, it's like, do I want to go with them? Do
Mm.
I not?
So where's been your favorite solo trip?
Dubai. Dubai's
Wow.
my favorite.
I've never been to Dubai.
It's hot to the point where you sleep all day, but it is beautiful.
Nice. Incredible. And when you go, do you just like what do you like about the solo trip then? Is like
It's
you
just
go.
no stress. It's like I'm not waiting on anyone to do anything,
Yeah.
and I don't have to be like, okay, they want to do this. Do I really want to do this? No.
Mm.
Okay, but if I don't go to a certain activity,
Mm.
they're gonna be like, oh, let me stay with you, just so
Yeah.
you're not alone.
I have because I know that it's one of my goals is to do a solo trip,
Hmm.
but I just know that I'm a bit like
Yeah.
I'm in an iron about it. So I've forced myself to do solo things this year.
Okay.
And I've started like I'll go to eat by myself. But my big one was I went to a concert by myself.
How was it?
I went to a Georgia Smith concert and it was
Okay.
amazing. It was so good.
Thing
I
is,
my
you've got to enjoy your own company first.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do enjoy my own company, but it's just outside. Sometimes it's like because it's easy to enjoy my own company when I'm just chilling and reading my book, or
Yeah.
I'm just chilling and going for a walk. Like
Hmm.
I have it feels like but it's harder when it's like you're conditioned to think this is a social event, that you should be sharing this experience with someone.
Hmm.
And when you are surrounded by people, like everyone was there with their best friends or their partners, and I was just like sometimes I'd catch myself and be like, oh, this would be more fun if I had someone with me. But then I'm like, no, I was like, because I'm enjoying what would be more fun. I'm enjoying the music, I'm enjoying the experience, and I have to like keep bringing myself present
Hmm.
into the moment. And then, but also, I enjoy lying. Sometimes I lie for no reason, and I like to invent myself to be different characters on nights out.
Okay.
So I did like the girls did come and befriend me, or I did like start chatting to like groups of girls that would be like, oh, how are you? Why are you here by yourself? And I'd be like, oh, I got invited. Yeah, like I write on the radio shows, and
Hmm.
like I was like, maybe I'm slightly manifesting this for myself in the future. But I was like, yeah, like I write reviews for concerts. I get invited
Okay.
for free, and they're like, that's so cool. Da, da, da. And it's just like little white lies, but it's actually so fun. It's so fun to pretend to be someone else for a
It
moment.
helps.
Yeah, but it was really fun, and I didn't regret it. I was just like, I could only buy one ticket, so I was just like, fine. It's either I have this experience or I
Hmm.
don't have this experience because I'm too scared to do it by myself. And I was like, £35 to see Georgia Smith, I'll take it. And I love concerts. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm always at a concert if I can.
I've not realised. I haven't
Yeah.
really seen,
No, I love concerts. I just love music in general.
well, all types.
All types, all genres. Like if I like it and it like ignites something in me, then I'll add it. Like I recently watched Daisy and the Six, which is I don't know how accurate it is, but it is basically the story of Fleetwood Mac,
Mm.
which is like an 80s band where the lead singers kind of dated, but then
Hmm.
also like broke up. And there's like songs where she'll write that she basically like hates him, and like performances where like they'll perform it at each other. Like she's like basically saying, "You, I will be the best woman that you've ever had,
Hmm.
and that you'll never get over." And he's having to sing along to the chorus, and like she's singing it to him, and he's just on the guitar having to sing along as well. And it's just like that's passion. That's like that's that's art. That's someone's true feelings, and you can feel their feelings, and they've shared and expressed that with the world and created something beautiful out of it, out of her pain. And yeah, I never knew that. Like I never knew the story, and through that, it just like I rediscovered Fleetwood Mac
Hmm.
with Fleetwood Mac, and this downloaded so many songs, and then other artists that just were from like a generation that I wasn't even around for. And I just love to discover new things. Like I feel like I'm constantly evolving and my tastes are constantly
Yeah.
evolving. So I just like it feels like music for me is like little timestamps of that period of my
Okay.
life. So like I don't know if you know this, but I heard this advice and it's been crucial for me
Hmm.
anytime I travel. And they say anytime you travel, pick an album to be your main music that you listen to for that trip. And it
Okay.
just means now that when you hear that music, you'll always think about that memory, that
Really?
period of time.
Okay.
And I love that. Like I love and like there's so like for Dominican Republic, there's so many songs that will just like come on. Like when I hear Titi Me Preguntó, because obviously that was popping 2 years ago. It was like
Hmm.
I heard it to death. But my non-Latino friends, because I didn't go with my Latino friends to move to Dominican Republic,
Hmm.
they were all from other ethnicities. My Polish friend learned Spanish really well because through living there for so many months and then performed Titi Me Preguntó at karaoke, even though he didn't want to. I dragged him and forced him to do it. And all of the aunties and everything, because it was an Independence Day
Yeah.
for Dominican Republic, they had like they started coming and dancing for him, cheering for him, and then it just became the anthem of the trip. Like, and now when I hear it, I just get to have a massive smile on my face because it reminds me of that period of time. So yeah, if you do it and it works, let me know.
Oh.
But yeah, like I'll always so now anytime I travel, I'll pick or look for core songs just to remind me of that period of time so that I can remember it with like warm fondness.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do that.
Yeah, I think you'll like it. Hopefully.
Might do that, 100%. What else was I gonna ask you? I think you should start a podcast. I think you'd be good at it.
Yeah, I've contemplated it, to be fair, because that is one of my favorite things. Like, I've always, similar to you, I've
Yeah.
always just wanted to, yeah, create real
Hmm.
conversations, and like just shine light on like amazing people. But then I just felt like so many people were doing it. So,
I
yeah,
think they are, but a lot of people are stopping as well.
yeah, it
And
has dwindled over the years. I think when I wanted to do it, it was at its like most oversaturated, so I didn't really see a point. Um, and then I would start it, and then I would just procrastinate so much. Like I'd build the logo, and then I'd not like it didn't come out the way I wanted, and then I'd stall for another 6 months, and then someone else would remind me to do it. Like I have been very grateful that so many people like you that
yeah,
are special just to like remind me and keep me on the track, and so many people have been like, do it, do it, do it. It's just me. I don't believe it. Like I don't see myself actually doing it successfully.
I'll never die.
I know, but you had the balls to actually do it.
Yeah, but that's because something got taken away from me. So I had
Yeah.
nothing else to sort of guide me into it.
Yeah. But regardless of how you got to it, you did it. Like that's what I mean
Yeah.
is like that's what I admire about people is like just the people that go and do it because we put such an expectation on ourselves that our final product needs to be perfect and that's where we fall short because by doing it, you will learn more, therefore, you
Hmm.
will get better, you will hone your craft, and you constantly will evolve. And that's how you become
Yeah.
successful. But we have such an expectation on ourselves that I was like, well, why am I going to do it if I'm going to half ass it? And then it's like, just do it. But I haven't. I haven't.
I think that the problem is a lot of people are expecting views and likes right away.
Mm,
I was one of them, but the moment you start doing it, you start realizing actually it's okay if no one listens.
mm.
As long as you are loving what you're doing,
That's all
then
that's
people,
important. Yeah, because you're nourishing your soul and you're nourishing your inner child, that person that may not have thought he was capable of doing all of these incredible things that you're doing now.
oh, 100%.
So whether if you're not doing it for anyone else, do it for him. And that's probably the main person that needs to see it and hear it.
Oh,
And
100%.
yeah,
I think Small One was never believed to be where he is today.
but that's incredible.
Like, not even writing his first book, he wouldn't have believed it.
I know. But that's what I've taught and I'll tell you 50,000 times that's what I admire about you, that you've done so much by just the will of doing it without letting fear and self-doubt to keep you stagnated because
Mm.
that's what so many people do and that's the voice. But I think because of your condition and the adversity that you've had to overcome,
Mm.
you have a stronger mindset than the everyday person.
Uh, I think I've developed it. I
Mm.
think for me, having my condition stopped me when I was younger a
Mm.
lot. But when my granddad got sick, 2020,
Mm.
yeah, in 2020, that sort of helped me.
Mm.
And then when he died the year afterwards of a completely separate issue, it sort of helped motivate and push me more. I
Mm.
sort of said to myself, he never got to see me succeed, but I'm gonna succeed for him. That was number
Mm.
one. And number two,
Beautiful.
I'm not gonna let a condition stop me.
Mm.
As much as I had already done IG lives and my videos on Insta,
Mm.
I wasn't in a place where I was happy.
Mhm.
As much as I was working with Joanne, I wasn't happy with where I was.
Yeah.
And I had done life coaching at the time as well. Um, I think once he sort of died, it sort of sunk in that actually life is too short
Mhm.
to not experience life properly and not allow a condition to affect my thoughts.
Mhm.
That's when I was like, actually, let me put my head into this and focus properly. That's when I started boxing. That's when I started doing the podcast,
Wow. So it
writing
took a
properly.
real.
Yeah,
It was a real change for you then.
yeah.
It was a
So
real
even
change of
with
heart.
Joanne, I was half-assing things.
Mm.
Like when I was working with her, as much as I loved working with her and I was creating my brand, I was half-assing it.
Mm.
Now I'm not half-assing shit. I'm doing my thing properly
Yeah.
and putting everything into it.
But you can see it. Like like I think well, this studio in itself is gorgeous.
Mm.
The way that you clip bites of the conversations on
Oh,
TikTok.
that's AI. I'm not
Oh,
gonna lie to you.
really?
Yeah,
No
that's all
way.
AI.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
What tool do you use for that?
Opus,
Opus.
Opus, and it's only like what £9 a month.
No way. Because obviously that's one of Joanne's biggest things that she's promoting right now is AI. So I do like this. I do got like listed in and stuff, and then I'm
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, I write things down, and then I never use them because I'm like, one day I'm going to make content, or one day because it's whether. So my thing is, it's either I will share stories of people now
mm-hmm.
or I will share stories of people historically. Because I'm also a massive nerd that is
Right.
really into history. And I always think that the biggest lessons in life are through our past. Because
Mm-hmm.
most of the time, all issues and all these feelings and all these sentiments have always just been just the same patterns happening again and again and again. Because I feel like humans, we're
Yeah.
really simple. We all want to be loved, but we're scared of loving. We want to be people to be vulnerable with us, but we can't be vulnerable, and we
Mm-hmm.
all it's so easy to see the light in others, but we're so full of insecurities and self-doubts and
Yeah.
just it's so easy to put other people on pedestals when we should be putting ourselves on that pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
And if more people, myself included, woke up and realized that, life would be so much easier.
I think, and I said this on one of the podcasts. I don't see celebrities as celebrities, so
Yeah.
I don't get starstruck
Yeah.
by anyone.
Same.
Like I've had the pleasure of meeting Peter Albero, a few people from Big Brother, and for me, they're people.
Mm.
Um, but then we have the chance to support our friends, and we don't.
Mm.
Like we'll pay hundreds of pounds for a ticket to watch Aventura,
Yeah.
Shakira, Karol G, but we won't do that for our friends. And I think that there is like not a lot of disrespect, but like why are we supporting someone that doesn't know us?
Mm.
Like,
I agree. I don't know though, because because I'm not like that.
yeah,
So I don't see that. Like, because my thing is like, like I said, I've always been an admirer of people that get
Mhm.
shit done. So anyone that does something, like, even if I don't know you, if I come across a small brand and I like it, I'll repost it. If you're an upcoming artist and I fuck with your stuff, I'll
Mhm.
repost it. And that's always been me. And I think that was how also I got to bridge like a network of people that would then support me in turn.
Oh yeah,
Not knowingly, it wasn't consciously the reason I did it,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's just always been like a support my peoples. Even if you're not my peoples, even if you're 5 peoples removed, that's still my peoples, and I'm gonna support. So
oh 100%.
yeah.
And I think a big part of why I support people is because I never had that support as a child. And I've said that on previous podcasts. Like, as a podcast, I was very much bubble wrapped. So
Mm.
things that I did, they were like, no, 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 be careful, you can't do that. You might get hurt.
Yeah.
Actually, be careful with the internet. Be careful with so and so.
Yeah.
So I was very much a bubble wrap child, very overprotected. Um, so football, basketball, I never did PE at school.
Yeah, you weren't able to discover your own limitations.
Exactly, but through that, I've been able to be like, actually, if I felt this way, other people might feel the same. So I've supported them through that and been like, yeah, you can do it.
No, yeah.
You can go for it, and I'll repost your shit. I'll repost your content, your food, your page, whatever you want. I'll repost it without expecting anything in return because that's what real friends do.
Yeah.
Um, but also through that, I've found my own limitations, and actually, I can do quite a lot without realizing it.
Yeah. We're capable of anything, and it won't be easy. And I think that's that adversity of like having a struggle and overcoming it, or taking it in stride and using it as fuel to keep pushing to be able to find out what you're capable of is very incredible. And but that's what I like, is like people that have alternative lives, that don't do things the normal route, that do things the unconventional way, that had the world telling them that they couldn't achieve things and decided to go above and beyond regardless. Like, those people I find so special. That's why I'm like, I always love to hear people's stories, their beginnings, and just because everyone's overcome things. Like, life is complicated. Everyone's had their demons, and they shows up in different ways, and it's how you manifest and how you navigate through it, that is like that where most strength is, most bravery is.
Yeah. See, I heard a quote, and it was by a guy in a wheelchair, and they stuck with me ever since I heard it. And he said to me, "You've got legs, you can walk. There's so many people who are in such a worse position than you. Why are you complaining?"
Yeah.
And it's true, like, sai, lo puedo caminar, puedo correr, puedo hablar. I'm not paralyzed, and there's so many people that are. Like, if you look at Stephen Hawking, he was paralyzed from the neck down. He was spoke through a machine, but he was well known. He was a scientist. He did a lot.
Yeah, he was one of the most iconic scientists in history.
And here we are complaining, oh, we can't go out, or oh, we can't achieve this or overcome this.
Yeah, boo, boo, boo.
We don't have the money for this.
Yeah. But I agree. Like, sometimes, but that's why I have to take time for gratitude so often. And I'm very much the type of person that I'm like, your mind attracts what it decides to focus on. And so sometimes I can find myself in like dark moments and dark thoughts, or just like, oh, I hate my life, or my life isn't the way I expected it to be, or I'm not fulfilled and everything. And then I have to take a moment and be like, wow, how can you say that you're not fulfilled when you have your health, your family your parents have health, you are in this kind of environment, you have a safe roof over your head, you have a fridge full of food, you don't have to worry about your next meal, you don't have to worry about your next paycheck, you don't have to worry about there's so many things in this world to be grateful for. And then I realized, like, once I start to hyper focus on the positivity of life, more reasons start to show me why I should be positive. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Oh no,
If I
100%.
want to hate the world's going to show me the reasons why I should continue hating it. If I want to say, oh, I'm never going to achieve my goals, or the world will give me reasons why I can't. It will keep me distracted with noise and work and rubbish. But if you find time to do it, I should be able to find time to do it.
Yeah.
Everything's capable. It's just whether you put your all in. It's just what you choose to prioritize.
Yeah, like, para mí, por ejemplo, leaving my house is like the biggest struggle. I'm like, oh, qué pereza.
Yeah.
But once I'm out, I'm like, okay, cool.
Same.
I can do the podcast 100%.
Yeah.
Like, not with you, because I was actually looking forward to the podcast today. But, like, with other podcasts, to leave the house, I've been like, oh, I need to leave the house. I can't be asked.
I'm here on 4 hours sleep.
Oh, wow.
I was so exhausted. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to be so terrible at the podcast. Like, I'm so sleep deprived. I was just, like I said, I was being a ball of negativity, and I had to stop myself and be like, you're going to create something magic, because this is a long time coming.
Yeah.
We've had so many beautiful and interesting conversations already that I was just like, we're just going to share our truths. And I think we're both people that can be very honest and very transparent. Like, you can ask me anything and I'll happily share stories, and that sometimes probably gets me into trouble because I don't know my limitations. And that was also another thing. I was like, am I going to like say something and like mistell a story or paint something in a light where I feel, or just not articulate myself properly in the way that and say what I actually want to say, and just say a bunch of like fuzz instead of actually the depth of how I wanted to tell the story, because obviously we get distracted. There was just so many things that I was worried about, and then I just had to put that to the side and be like, no, it's gonna be fine. I'm in good hands.
100%.
I'm with a professional.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, no,
I've really enjoyed it. I think it's been really, really nice.
And it's almost been 2 hours.
I know, it's gone by like a blink of an eye. And because I asked you, I was like, do you know what we're going to talk about? Like, do you have set questions?
Nope.
And you were like, nope. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, what if we run out of things to talk about? But no.
I think with us, number one, because we've known each other for such a long time. Number two, because it's legit the first time we're meeting. And number three, because we're such good friends.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been such an issue.
Yeah.
I think with others, there's been points where I've been like, and then try and find something to talk about.
Yeah.
With you, it's been really easy.
So easy. Yeah. Well, do you normally, like, do you ever prepare questions for your podcasters? No.
No.
Fairs. That's cool.
That's all improv.
That's rogue, though. I'd be so scared.
You know what helped me, Joanne?
Really?
Yeah. So when she first taught me how to speak in front of the camera and just be myself, that really helped me to get into the settings. And then if I start preparing things, I'm like, shit, I should have followed up with this. But
that's true.
Because I've got a sort of questions, I was like, okay, no, but I want to ask this, this, and this. And if I follow up with something else, it's gonna be
it doesn't quite flow.
Yeah.
But that's so I do, like I said, every single one of my experiences teaches me something. So like when we did the G slot, and the radio, we had a producer, Susie, and she was amazing. Like, she was really, really good at like just making like a basic outline for how it should go, but then also knowing to leave room for organic conversation or organic, like an organic flow. Yeah. So things take a different course, that's fine, let it flow, but then bring it back to something, or if not, scrap it and think of a new question on the spot. So I always have like a small like outline of how I want it to go, but then at the same time, as you said, a lot of the time it doesn't go that way, and so you can't be so in your head about it. You have to be able to just let go and let it transcend into whatever it's supposed to be. But yeah, I'll always have like, it's having that producer would help me with like build a show. I was like, okay, cool, well, let me have a basic outline for it, just in case, because I am very conscious of like, I don't want, when I'm holding conversations, I don't want that awkward of where should we go next kind of thing. But yeah, but then also you can get stuck in, it's like, I should have said this, or when you try to bring it back to what you wanted, it just feels forced. So yeah, no, there's various ways to do it.
Yeah, so all my podcasts are improvised from the very beginning. I've always said.
That's so cool, because I would have thought that you'd prepared. Like, it seems prepared. Yeah.
No.
That's your art.
And I think a lot of guests are surprised. Yeah. And they're like, "Do you want me to take notes?" Like, I've got a guest at the end of the month, and they said to me, "Do I need to take notes?" So I was like, "No,
That's so
it's
cute.
just a conversation."
Yeah. No, I love that though. That's beautiful. Because it allows you the freedom to just bring up whatever you want. Like we've touched so many different parts of the conversation and that I didn't even think we would talk about.
Hmm.
So I've really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and the thing is, you asked me, I think it was on Wednesday
Mm,
or Tuesday, what I wanted to touch on. The
yeah.
only thing I said was the day we met,
Yeah.
and I think that for me was such a pivotal part of what I wanted to speak about because it was the day I met you, number one.
My first live.
Yeah,
The one I told you when I walked that I was absolutely wasted on.
yeah. I think that was such a pivotal moment for me. Not just because I met you, but it was my first step into the Latin community.
Mm. Yeah. Mine too though. As well. Like that was a massive moment for me because I never anticipated it being anything like it was. Like I never anticipated everyone that came. I never even thought I'd have people willing to talk to me. 'Cause, like I was like, who am I? Like I'm nobody.
Obviously, when I saw you, I thought you were somebody.
No, no, nobody, no experience really. I just at that point I'd gotten to know Joanne, and I'd always had really. I think we'd had her on at the on the Luch and Didi live show, and I knew that she was launching like I learned more about her clothing line and everything that she stood for, and I was just
Yeah.
like, you, what an incredible woman. I would. You're definitely someone I want to interview. Melina Sanchez as well. Like I didn't think she'd let
Hmm.
me interview her, but she did, and it was incredible. And yeah, and just so many people that came and joined me, I was just so grateful for that. Yeah, I never thought I would be able to cultivate such an interesting conversation and have the feedback that I got and have that live interaction of people, what was meant to be a positive. I mean, what was meant to be a negative conversation, kind of just getting it on to everyone and giving space for everyone to kind of criticize the fact that we
Hmm.
don't support each other ended up being a massive like wave of
Success.
positivity, yeah.
No.
And introducing me to people that would be
Hmm.
massive support systems in my life. Like because I remember when we first met you being wanting to be a life coach.
Yeah.
And you do have that incredible quality of being able to see the light in others and remind them of that. And I think that's what a life coach is like reminding you of your shine, and it's like reminding you that you deserve it. You
Yeah.
deserve to chase your dreams. You deserve to be able to, you're capable of incredible things.
Yeah. See, for me, I think for me at the beginning, I wanted to be a motivational speaker,
Yeah.
and that's not my dream anymore.
Mm.
Um, I think I've lived it and I've done it, so I'm not really like
Mm.
fussed if I do it anymore.
Yeah.
Um, but being a life coach taught me to be confident, speak, ask the right questions, um, and it helped me become a better podcaster.
Mm.
So I think that's what really pushed me into being a podcaster. Was that life coach part of my life?
Incredible. And I'm so proud of your journey and how much you've grown and how much you've evolved into it. I think I love that. I think that's all we can do as humans is push ourselves outside of our comfort
Yeah,
zones and let us evolve to little butterflies.
100%.
Yeah, no, really proud. Really cool.
What's your next steps?
I don't know. Cause so basically my dreams, do you want to know my dreams?
Hmm.
My dreams are, because I have multiple,
Okay.
is to go. I want to, yeah, make content, and it's either, like I said, will be historical content where I share other like incredible people that have achieved incredible things,
Hmm.
or interviewing people and sharing their incredible like shining light on people that are worth admiring. That
Mm.
because I feel like we sometimes focus on such and glorify such vapid people. Like now there's influencers, and not to say that there's anything wrong with influencers, but so I miss the days where we would champion people for because they did something or accomplished
Hmm.
things, not just for being attractive. And if you are attractive, get your bag and do your thing. And
Yeah.
I wish I could do it. Um, but yeah, like I want to share like people that like like the El Rancho de Lalo, and or like I don't know if you saw because it went viral recently, but the closing of Bar Salsa.
I saw it.
And the guy who had launched the night had been launching those salsa nights for 20 years, and it's just like the stories that he must have, the people he must have met, and I'm just like, that's so interesting. That's someone that I want to speak to. That I don't know who interviewed the owner of El Rancho de Lalo, but I remember watching it, and I found that so interesting. Just like small pillars of the community that have achieved something incredible and for a very long period of time, and I want to know how you did it. I think that our parents coming here, I find their stories so incredible because it must have been such a culture shock. And I actually interview my parents all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, because I'm nosy as hell. Like,
But that in itself is a podcast.
yeah, like, and that's the thing is like, because I know who my parents are as my parents, but I don't really know them as individuals before me. And I constantly find that super interesting. So I'll sit down with my dad and interview him. I'll sit down with my mum and interview her and get to know their stories. And there's always like there's so much to learn. And my mum came from such a violent time in Medellin. Like she grew up in Manrique in the heat of the most violent epoca, and the stories, the violence that she had to see, the deaths, the murders, like all of that was so like so horrible. And we see it now, but because it wasn't our experience, you watch Narcos and it doesn't feel real, and it's from an American lens, so you don't really see the devastating impact that had on that city, where and that desensitization to murder, for the fact that habían tantos muertos in a day. Every day there would be a count. Hoy amanecimos con 300 muertos en Medellín. There was an Iranian civil war going on at the time, and there was more deaths in Medellin than in that daily than in the day rates of those of an actual war. Like how sad. And I don't really deep the effect and toll it had on her and that experience that she lived until I started interviewing her, and I was like, these are stories that need to be told. So I'm actually writing a book on their love story.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Because they had two different experiences.
Okay.
My dad was in America in that period of time, and then he came for the aftermath of it. So, and then they left for the UK shortly after. So he kind of glorifies Pablo Escobar. She hates him and despises him because she saw the violence firsthand. So I love it. Like I love to just incite like interesting conversation in my household. So like yeah, so that's why I interview them.
I can give you a publisher, and they're quite cheap.
Okay, well, I need to write it first. But because I've been doing it for a couple of years, and I keep wasting time and dilly dallying because I said I'm a procrastinator and I'm not very disciplined. So it might come out this year, might come out in 20 years time, who knows? But it's it's a story that I really want to tell because I think it's really interesting.
100%.
But yeah, but then that's just my parents' story. But there's thousands of people. There's so many just interesting people that I'd love to speak to.
Podcasts, IG lives, TikTok lives.
Well, I wanted to do a series on YouTube that was, but this is what it's hard because ideas are energy, and I can have an idea and it will be completely original, but if I don't there is a time limit on that energy, and if I don't use it, it bounces onto the other person, and they might do it. So I had this idea of interviewing older generation Latinos, first generation Latinos, and I told it years ago. I think I have thought of this like 7 years ago, because during COVID, because I remember I'd spent time at one of my best friend's house for a couple of days, and I found out that her dad era un marinero and a sailor, and he'd sailed so many different countries and lived so many and had such an incredible story of how he brought himself up from vast poverty, ran away from home at a really young age, and just ended up being a fisherman and traveled the world by being a fisherman. And I was like, how incredible, like you don't hear that anymore. And so I spoke to him, and then I'd find someone else, and their story was equally as interesting and amazing and painful as well. And I was just like, oh, stories to be told. So I wanted to turn that into a YouTube series, but again, I never did it, and someone else did, or I spoke about doing it. I don't know if he actually did it, but I know
Oh.
Juan said he wanted to do something like that as well, and I was like, he'll probably get it done, and he'll do it really, really well.
Probably.
So then I just kind of gave up on it, and I was just like, oh, it's bounced onto someone else. So it's just, but I don't know. Like I said, I've got so many ideas of things that I want to do, and kind of the kind of content that I want to create. I just need to stop being a bum and just actually go and do it, and stop just letting the fear take over.
I'll help you.
Yeah, maybe. I know. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It flew by. Do you need to close it? Do you need to close the...
Thank you guys for watching. It's been an amazing podcast. I might have you on again, actually.
I need to come back.
This has been a real eye-opener for me. And a real back to my roots moment. Melina was my first friend. Yeah, my first real friends within the whole community. Love her to bits. Go support her.
Love you too.
Yeah, I've always had love for you. Always.
Oh, bless you. No, likewise. It's always been heavily reciprocated. And thank you so much for coming on. It's been such a nourishing throwback to my past as well. Because like I said, I haven't done this in ages. So, and I never really understood the impact it had on you. So it's been a really beautiful moment.
A very big impact on me.
Yeah. Amazing. No,
Yeah.
you never see what the kind of influence you can have on someone. So no, been really grateful for this experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on.
My pleasure.
Definitely going to have you back on.
You'll have to keep me away. You'll have to fight to keep me away.
That's absolutely fine. So yeah, guys, go support Melina. Thank you for showing love, support, and yeah, see you a lot soon.